Well, the relationship took about 4 to 6 months, and when it reached the sixth month, I realized that I had been dating a wrong person since, and therefore decided to come out of it. It was not very much easy, as you all know that when you found yourself in a love relationship, it may not be too easy for you to come out of it. But when you finally decide to turn a new page into your life, I managed to come out of it.
Are there some of your friends who you decided to share this news with?
Yes, I shared it with a lot of my friends, all my friends whom I had and whom I entrusted that at least I should share my secret with them. I told them whatever I was going through, and some of them told me that I should find find myself out of that relationship any quickest time possible. And others also told me that all relationships are like that, so that I should just humble up myself. But when it reached climax for me, I decided to come out of that relationship.
Wow. So some people were telling you it rains everywhere.
Yes.
Well, it rains everywhere, yes, but some places it's not too heavy and the flood is not too big, like. Hello guys, welcome back to our YouTube channel. My name is Achieng Opio. This is where we talk about parenting. When you join our YouTube channel, you learn and we learn, so we both learn from one another. Today, I have brought this amazing girl here. She's going to talk to us about GBV. We'll ask her questions, and I've decided to do it differently today or do this topic because this topic affects parents, and it is about tips that it's about your parenting tips, and your child could find themselves in a GBV and you're wondering how to sort it. She's not an expert. I am not an expert. We are only here to give tips and to say what worked for us and maybe what didn't work. So, please introduce yourself.
Hello guys, my name is Rosfilo Opio, and today we are here to talk about GBV, that is gender-based violence.
Thank you very much, Rosfilo, for being here. I am so amazed to see a young girl like you come out of her cocoon to speak about this thing. So, what do you understand by the word GBV?
Okay, about gender-based violence, according to the knowledge I've inquired, I know that it talks about superiority, where you find out that in a couples or in a marriage or in a relationship, you'll find out that one partner becomes more superior and would love to practice his superiority or his or her superiority on the other partner. Yes.
Wow. So it is about someone feeling that they are more superior than another.
Yes.
And they want to practice their superiority either to prove a point or to ensure that they show you that they are not meek.
Yes, to show
Wow.
that they are of some more level than you. Yet you are couples, you are married, sometimes you are just in a relationship, courtship. So these things do happen.
Is this the GBV? Is it physical, emotional, or what is it?
GBV can be physical, and at the same time it can affect you emotionally. The
Wow.
moment you begin going through it physically, that this person is doing this to me, you will begin having this feeling that at least that I'm not that much favorable, I'm not good to this person, and this thing will start affecting you emotionally. You will start thinking and overthinking too many things, and that may lead to some situations which are not favorable.
Okay, so that means you might even end up getting depressed.
Yes, not only depression, not only going through depression, but you can even go through death. It can bring death.
Wow.
Yes.
Wow. So some of the effects of GBV is depression, death, and what else?
We also have this feeling of being neglected.
Okay.
Yes.
Wow. That's so amazing. Have you ever been in a situation where you were have you ever gone through GBV, or have you ever seen a friend or anyone go through GBV?
I myself have gone through GBV, and I'm very much proud to say today that I came out of it very much well after he had encountered this speaker who talked to me and told me that GBV is not something that you should be living with. I had a boyfriend who felt so superior to me. He will always practice his superiority. He will always want me to do the things that he wants, and whenever I had failed to do it, he will end up beating me, abusing me, or even calling me names. This one happened for such a period of time, like 6 months. And when I realized that outside here there are some people who can help, I decided to get help. I came out of that relationship, and I realized that the earlier I came out of it, it was very healthier for me.
Wow,
Yeah.
wow. I am so sorry that you went through such a thing. I know today that very young girls are going through such things. You find out that someone is even neglecting their good boyfriends and going to those boyfriends who will bully them and beat them up and all and so on and so forth. If you are talking about this, then it means you've overgrown the fear that it brought with it.
Yeah.
Did you at some point get depressed or something?
Yes, I undergone depression that was very much deep, and at a point I was feeling like I was not worthy to live. I was thinking like I was not worthy to have friends or even mingle up with some men or even ladies, because I found myself, I was just lonely. Yes.
I'm so sorry. That's really touching, and I didn't know. I didn't know that you went through such a thing. So, parents, if you are watching this, your child could be going through this. As you understand, it's not a must that you be in a marriage so that you go through GBV. Someone could be going through it just because they have a boyfriend or a girlfriend somewhere. Because as it is, GBV is not something that you want someone else to go through. It's not about who goes through it. Anyone can, because it could be a lady, it could be a man, it could be even your own child. And you're wondering now, my little girl who is just 13 years or 15 or anything is being beaten by a boyfriend because the boyfriend feels superior, and it's not a good thing. As part of my parenting tips, I'd love to also create awareness such as this one. And one of the things that I want to tell you is that there are signs that someone could use. And please talk about the signs that one could use when they are going through this, when in public or in private, and how do they use it?
Well, thank you very much. Like, there are so many signs which you can use. First, you can call this number, that is 911. If you call this line, you will get help. Another sign you may use, that is that if you find yourself in a public place, you may use this sign. This sign is a sign of calling for help. Another thing that you may use is also that finding yourself in a public place, you may find up yourself writing something and maybe throwing it somewhere. Someone may pick it up and maybe say that that girl, that boy, that child outside there, she need the help.
Good. When you're going to use these signs, you have to ensure that the perpetrator of your whatever is not listening or
Yes.
is not looking at you. For
Yes.
example, if you had a biro or something and you want to write help, then it has to be, you have to do this secretly. Discreet, you have to be very discreet, because if the person that is taking you through this realizes that you are calling for help, they might even decide to kill you.
Yes,
As
that's
it
very
is,
true.
when undergoing GBV, you might even decide to commit suicide. And who is going to be happy that their children committed suicide because of that? No one. So guys, if you have not subscribed to our YouTube channel, please do so. I mean, take this perfect opportunity, subscribe, because here we bring you good content, very great. So, Rosfilo, at what point did you realize that you are in a wrong relationship?
Well, the relationship took about 4 to 6 months, and when it reached the sixth month, I realized that I had been dating a wrong person since, and therefore decided to come out of it. It was not very much easy, as you all know that when you found yourself in a love relationship, it may not be too easy for you to come out of it. But when you finally decide to turn a new page into your life, I managed to come out of it.
Are there some of your friends who you decided to share this news with?
Yes, I shared it with a lot of my friends, all my friends whom I had and whom I entrusted that at least I should share my secret with them. I told them whatever I was going through, and some of them told me that I should find find myself out of that relationship any quickest time possible. And others also told me that all relationships are like that, so that I should just humble up myself. But when it reached climax for me, I decided to come out of that relationship.
Wow. So some people were telling you it rains everywhere.
Yes.
Well, it rains everywhere, yes, but some places it's not too heavy and the flood is not too big, like.
Yes, that is very true. Like
Yeah,
yes, it's everywhere. Yes, but it now depends what the kind of partner, how is draining you.
yes.
Whether his or hers may not be too worse like mine was, but me, I decided to come out of that relationship because that man was not the right person for me, was not the right guy for me. And since I come out of that relationship, I've been well. As you can see, my body is not that thin. I'm not that thin. I'm well inside, and I'm very happy.
Wow, that's so great. Good. I'm truly happy for you for talking about this and also for stepping out of, it's not easy, just as you said. But also, when you come out of such things, there are side effects. There are friends laughing at you. There are your parents. They are wondering now, So, what are some of the side effects that you faced?
Well, I had a lot of stress. I went through depression. I also went through neglection, where my friends were neglecting me. They never wanted to be with me because you'll find out that people will be going out, but they'll going out to too. You understand that? And now, because I'll be only one person, nobody will be ready to share with me. No one also will be ready to sit with me and even enjoy some drinks. So I would be very lonely. I was very lonely until after some months too, and now I decided to stay single and turn a new page into my life. And I also realized that earlier relationships do not help. You need to grow well, you need to grow, study, and at the end of it, maybe find a partner who you settle up with and get married with them.
So you need to become mature first before you get yourself into a relationship.
Yes.
Wow, thank you so much. So as we conclude this conversation of ours, I would like you to give advice to those people who are in a relationship, in a marriage, they are going through GBV, but they have no idea how to talk about it.
Thank you very much. I would advise that if you are outside there and maybe you come across this video, if you've begun if you've started, like you are in a relationship and you've started seeing these things, like this man, this lady is not treating me the way people who love themselves are supposed to do, then it's very much advised that you come out of that relationship at an earlier stage. If you are married, of course you may be having kids, but when you are in an unhappy marriage, my friend, it's about the time that you change. It's about the time that you come out of that marriage and maybe start your happiness somewhere else. Any other person that is going through this hardship, I would love that the earlier you come out of it, the better, because your life is very precious and you need it.
Thank you. So first of all, you need to run for your life, as she says. Second, this if someone is prone to if you've realized that your partner is a person who doesn't care and they'd rather take you through GPV at whatever point, those people will never change. There is no way you are going to change someone who feels superior to you. There's no way they'll step down to your level. They'll always feel superior and they'll always want to practice their superiority on you. So if you realize that this thing is not working, please run for your life. Take care of yourself. Take care as you watch this video. If you think the content is good, tell a friend to tell a friend, share here and there, and let this word reach people. Let people learn about these signs because it could help you. It could help your child, your sister, your cousin, your nephew, just anyone, your niece, even your own husband. So share this content. Thank you very much, and until next time, bye.